Here we are with part 3 of the gas tank install, 31 gallon blazer tank install. As you can see, she's in. Lines are hooked up, wiring's hooked up. Fuel neck I borrowed from one of the other dual tanks for now. Dual tanks are gone. And I'm just going to go over a few things that I found out along the way so it's not so stressful for everyone. One of those being, we'll start with the connector. And this is what we pulled out. So this is your like 6-prong. This is where it's all plumbed to go to 2 tanks. This is the switching valve. This is what fails, and this is why I went this road, because I don't want to have to be worrying about all this. So this originally plugged into here. This is your connector to the switching valve. I'm not too sure what green and blue are, but I'm pretty sure what all the pinks are. And starting with this, pink and black is going to be passenger side. That's going to be your signal to your fuel gauge. Solid pink is going to be the main signal to the fuel gauge out. And white and pink is going to be driver's side sending unit. So this is pink, black is passenger side sending unit. Pink is the sending unit to the gauge. And pink and white is going to be driver's side sending unit. So these 2 sending units come into this here. However, this is controlled, and then this sends the main, whatever tank you're on. The solid pink one sends the gauge, what level the fuel level's at. So what I did is I just took the solid pink one and I tapped it into here, and I tapped right in here to the electrical. As you can see, I just cut the harness. This harness actually runs across. I re-taped a lot of it and then back into there. And in here was the other tank sending unit wire. I just tied it in and hit it and taped it up. This isn't like my final design, so this is this pink wire I was telling you about. I just got the same gauge. I think it was 14 gauge wire, and then I just ran it along here up into here, back into the sending unit. And now that we're here on that conversation, so I got this sending unit for AutoZone, and there's a wire from the tank where there's resistance and the float level goes up and down. They didn't give me one of these with it, and I couldn't pull it off the old tank. So what I did is I took a bolt, and I'll go in the office real quick and I'll show you guys. This is what I used. It was one of these little dinky little grommets, and I stuck it in there, and I stuck the bolt, one of these, through here with a piece of plastic on the end. And I'll show you over here what I'm talking about. As you can see, I have a piece of plastic here at the end, and I have it on the inside too on the other. So there's this same wire coming up to the bolt. I just put the bolt through the wire and I put the insert in there. I don't know if you can see the rubber inserts just through there, and then I took a nut and I tightened it down with the bolt, and so this stud's in there. And then just use this, because you don't want this to make contact. If this makes contact with this at all, it's just going to ground out and hit empty. This should not be touching metal at all. So that was kind of that whole thing. If you have any questions, you can comment on that. And also where I went wrong is I thought I only needed a 3 hose, and that's back onto the Evap hose I was going to show you guys, which if you're smogging, it matters. I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I might switch out later. But this is the smog line, Evap line, sorry, that was in there. Okay, like I was saying, I didn't take into consideration the pressure relief. This is like, you know, as it fills up, air comes out through here and relieves pressure in the tank. When I bought this, I didn't think of that. So actually I did need the 4 hose sending unit. But you know what, the way I'm going to go with this truck, I don't think we're going to be smogging for very much longer. Even though I am in California, I might be going a couple different roads. It's smogged and registered for now, so we'll see. Down the road, I can just always change out the sending unit and, you know, run an Evap line if I really have to. So as far as hoses go, once you get that all off, that's going to be kind of a pickle. Let me see if I can get you a picture of that, what that looks like. Never mind my transfer case. So here's my Evap line. Here's my main line, so you'll just have that there once you pull that all off. And then under here, you'll have your return line. I do have a return on mine. Yeah, I mean, everything's dry, nothing's leaking, so we're good there. And I'll show you how I ran that. And pretty much for now, just kind of putting around. I mean, this isn't probably the best way to do it. I'm sure you could run solid line, but this is what I did. And I just ran these lines all the way down to here for now. Everything's pretty tight and fit on pretty well, and truck fires right up. There's no leaking or nothing. And then I'll show you the gas gauge works. And because I read things online where people were saying they had to cross 2 pink wires and stuff to make it work. Not me, and that was empty when the tank was empty, so that gauge, and as I put fuel in there, it filled up. So it's working. It's in there, and the tank feels solid. Yeah. You know, I'm sure everybody has their own way they'd want to do this. This was just kind of my way at the time. Working pretty well for now. Guess we'll have to go test drive it and stuff, but I'm going to clean up some of this. And yeah, so dual tanks are gone. Just unbolt the straps, unhook everything, it all comes out. And yeah, she's on her own on that tank now. So that was part 3. If you have any questions, just, you know, comment, please like. I'm going to be doing a lot more with this truck and putting in there, like, I'll be talking about how I did the flooring, because the flooring's all been done. I'm going to be doing the dash, some of the cluster, door panels, all this stuff. So yeah, please follow, like, and I appreciate it. Bye.